So, welcome to MiralandRadio. You guys have a few things prepared for us before we get to the questions, so nobody panic. But do you want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Yumi. Hi. I don't know why I just waved at the computer. I think it's because I already had a little bit to drink because it's Saturday.
Yeah. This is Flori.
Hi, it's Hysteric. If anyone's from Reddit, my Reddit name is WRLDDMNTR.
Go ahead, guys.
Oh,
Don't
no,
be
we've
shy.
got to volunteer, don't we? I'm Firebird. I'm the one who yells at them to actually get stuff done before this stuff.
Is that everybody?
No,
Oh.
I'm Astro. Sorry.
Oh,
And then I think Athena.
Oh, hi, I'm Athena.
that's it? That's all you guys want to say?
I like how we were going to be like, this is the first
You were
sheet
so
we did,
excited
and this is
before.
what we do, and all of us are like, nope.
Oh yeah,
Where is Sin?
yourself?
Hi, I'm Sin. Hi.
Try not to let whispering distract you too much. Well, I hear you guys wanted to bring in your history and give us an evolution of Love Nikki sheets, if you want to start with that.
Flori, did you want to read your story?
That story? Oh my gosh. Okay, I prepared a story. Let me find it.
Oh wait, do we have the link up?
Well, she finds
you need
it.
that.
I found
do
it.
the link.
Here, I'll copy paste it for you.
Wait, I got it.
You can post it in
Yeah,
whispering
yeah.
too if you want. There you go.
If we could just pin that, I guess. That would be awesome.
While she finds
Yeah.
that, we made kind of a tour on the ECB. Everything after the tab that says Sheets Tour is kind of part of that. And
I
just
really
kind
feel
of
like
pointed
reading my
out some
story.
different major milestones and when people came in.
If you don't want to read it,
Yeah,
Flori,
you
I
should
will
read
read it. Okay. Once upon a time, Eric made these really ugly but really useful sheets for every event. And Flori was like, wow, these event sheets are great, but I can't keep track of the costs as the event goes on. I want that. So she made her own sheets borrowing from Eric's sheets, and they were also very ugly. One day, Eric reached out and asked if Flori wanted to collaborate, since she started incorporating the real-time tracking into her sheets too, and she didn't want to impose on Florielle's territory. Of course, Flori was flattered the spreadsheet goddess senpai had noticed her and loves any excuse to do less work, so she accepted immediately. Thus, a bond over the shared love of Love Nikki spreadsheets was born. However, the sheets were still very ugly. So one day, Sin decided to reach out to Esteric and ask her if she could help out with the spreadsheets on the aesthetic front. Eric was so grateful because she doesn't trust her own sense of design, and thus the duo became a trio. However, some events on the horizon that would change their fates forever. Florielle was going to start her new job as a data scientist, and Eric was going to go to grad school to be a PA. Both of them freaked out a little, wondering who would be able to do the sheets once they retired, even though they seemed to be on Discord just as much as they were before, if not more. Sin had the idea to create a server to recruit for some helpers, since she used the server invite links to recruit before. Flori and Eric were like, cool, do whatever. And then we found our long-lost children, Astro, Estelle, and Athena, and we stole Burb and Yumi from Fantastic Suites. The end.
Oh my goodness. Can we just take a moment of silence for how beautiful that was? I was not ready. I can't stop smiling. Like, once upon a time, everything was
And that's what happens on the Sheet server at midnight.
Oh, that was beautiful. Wow, you like set the bar so high for everybody coming after you now. Like, oh my god, guys, Love Nikki sheets just broke Maryland Radio. That was beautiful.
We move on to the question.
Well, was great. Do you want to say anything more before we go into questions? I mean, wow.
Well, we also prepared like an evolution of the sheets.
Please do.
Yeah, so if everybody would click, if you can, click the event cost breakdown sheet.
I also like the link that is pinned will go directly into the Sheets Tour tab.
Oh my gosh, you guys prepared a tour for us.
30 minutes.
Of
before.
course.
Well,
Of course.
Oh, so that's why you guys were in chat. Okay.
Look, I did an hour before and
there's a lot
then
of people.
went
There's
looking
like
for them.
24.
Okay, I have it open. I assume everyone in Whispering does that can.
All right, I'm gonna start the sheets tour then. So if you go to Circus Night,
You don't really.
what's up?
Oh, never mind. Don't worry. Don't just ignore me.
Circus Night was my very, very first event sheet. If you click on the tab, it's super beautiful. I don't know what everyone else is talking about.
Sure it is.
You can see all the grid lines. I even had the
There's
top
no border
story,
cells.
and like everything is like not even centered. Very beautiful. And I guess the next sheet I made was Dreamy Nocturne. This one was also very beautiful.
Is that what you're gonna say about all your sheets?
I'm
I'm just
sensing a
telling the
trend.
truth. Voice Singer was actually the first sheet that that was customized based on personal cost, where it had like the chart thingy. So that
Oh,
was
I
like a big
see.
step. Yep. And
there
then
were broken
someone
links
else
and
wanna
everything.
take over the rest.
Dustin?
Yeah, there's a lot of hashtag
Then you can
red.
talk about Night Castle because you made that one. I think that was your first one.
Oh yeah, Hoizieri.
Ooh,
I
that
used to
one's even
write.
prettier.
I used to write Hoizieri wrong until like they told me in like December that I've been typoing it. Okay.
There's so much on here. I don't even know where to.
Yeah, I don't think we can. I mean, I don't think we need to go through the whole thing, but people can click through it.
No,
themselves.
yeah. Whatever's next, go ahead.
Does anyone want to say anything about any particular sheet?
I wanna like hit up the one that like Charlotte started working on with us because she really did up the game, like just aesthetically. I want to give her a shout out.
Yeah.
Hi, Charlotte.
I'm ready. Which one?
That's a good question. No one asked me anything because again, I'm a little drunk.
Evernight Stream. If you go out to Evernight Stream, Charlotte made that banner on top.
Oh my gosh, there's more in here. Oh,
There's a
wow.
lot.
Oh, look at the sheets. Are you kidding?
Wow, that is pretty. Oh, and the colors match. Oh, I love it. But yeah, feel free. Keep going. Whatever you want to show us in here.
Well, I think Verb should talk about our very latest sheet.
Oh God.
Your favorite.
So whenever we, have a new format, things are a little bit rough. It happened with Yokai World, and it happened again with Parrot Princess. And there were a few bugs. And by few, I mean a lot. Because there's 5 million different configurations you can do. And I had a lot of ifs in there. And, oh no, can you not hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Somebody was asking if I was. I'm like, oh no.
Estelle, what are you doing?
No, you broke it. Okay, as long as everybody else can hear me, it's okay.
Sure.
Estelle knows how Parrot Princess went already. But yeah, we had a few bugs, like every 5 minutes.
Just a
And we fixed the last one like yesterday, I think, because we want to have it like ready if we ever have this event format again. So yeah, we had some fun with that sheet.
I'm
But that
looking
kinda
at Parrot
happened.
Princess. It's very different. The bottom right that you guys have been doing is so beautiful. If you guys are looking at the made by, that is so pretty.
Or
Oh yeah, that's all
You
Flurry.
have all of us pastels, and then you have Sin, who's just there.
Right. Blood, gore.
it's staring straight at Estelle's icon.
It is, isn't it?
So I kind of opened up the side so you guys can see kind of some of the behind the scenes stuff. That little table
Oh, I
down
see
there,
now.
every single one of those cells is a different code that references some
Right.
other codes. And that's why it broke so much.
Wow.
Herb did a really great job with this sheet. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Wow, this is I don't even how have I not looked through this before? I'm in the server and everything.
Well, like I don't think we have like more than just the current events up at any given time. We have like a separate like archive, which I don't know if we're having open to the public right now. It's a work in progress.
Oh, don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
no,
Yeah.
it's just like just
Okay.
because it's a work in progress.
It's
So
actually open. It's on the
Sorry.
first tab. No, it's fine. I made it public like a few weeks ago. But if you keep
Oh,
all the
awesome.
sheets on like the main sheet, it gets really laggy and really hard for other people to navigate. So we try to move the sheets off the main sheet and onto the archive like once the event is over.
That makes sense, yeah. I don't know if you're reading Whispering, but everyone's like super impressed. It's awesome. Well, do you guys want to move on to the questions then? It looks like there's quite a few.
That sounds good.
Sure.
And you all were giggling over the first question.
Oh,
This is Idol's main 2 questions. He's always like, I swear he's got an alarm. He's ready to like post them as soon as I open the channel somehow. I haven't even tagged anybody, but he has to be like the sapphire makeup.
100% yes.
Some of
And
them
we
do.
converted most of the people on the sheet team, including Flori.
actually, I hated the sapphire makeup. I'm really into nice eyebrows, and the eyebrows on sapphire are really ugly. But during my arena run, they like blessed me with sapphire emojis, and I got 7 luck babies. So I'm pretty much the most loyal sapphire fan now.
You're like in
Yeah,
debt to
pretty
it now.
much.
Yeah. Wow. And then Sin, you have to like sapphire. Like you definitely do.
Yeah.
Our Lord and Savior. Do you guys like the new seducing makeup?
I've never seen that.
100% for sure.
Not as good as Sapphire.
Oh,
Right,
Nothing
right.
can beat Sapphire.
yeah, we'll have to fight about this at some point. Est.
I really like Sly people though. Like in terms of meme makeup. No one ever uses it though.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Ugh, thanks, Idol.
Oh wow,
Oh, it's just ugh.
what better?
Oh, so Ruby wants to know, did you yourselves think that the real Google Sheets would be coming when you saw the announcement? She's trolling.
I kind of did.
I
You know,
heard
I
her.
thought we would have Google Sheets here as a guest speaker.
And like,
Fake wants to know, how did the spreadsheets team get together and start making spreadsheets? So we kind of talked about that in your amazing story. And then how did everyone in the team become involved? So what about everyone after that?
I guess I could give more
That is
detail.
everybody.
I think most of us, we just started making sheets because we want. Shoot, I just dropped something. It was like something we wanted to use for ourselves. So we just made them, and then after we made them, we're like, oh, we might as well share it with everyone else. So I think Asteric and Yumi was also making some sheets already, and
Well, yeah. Yeah, no, like I think like I actually wanted to make a sheet, like the Princess Drops sheet, I wanted to actually make it for everyone. And then I went on LND and was like, somebody help me. I don't know anything. And immediately everybody pointed me towards Florielle, and she kind of became my guru. So
Yeah, actually, I remember that.
I have like a crafting sheet made that I don't keep up with anymore, but basically, I think I shared it in LD, and then Morn sort of reached out to me and helped me with the sheet. And so, sort of like how Flory was Yumi's guru, Morn was my spreadsheet
And actually,
senpai, and so
that
that's how I
sheet that
learned
you
more
made,
sheets.
so I found it while I was on Reddit, and that was like my first introduction to sheets, even though I didn't know like you guys at all.
I think me too, actually. Also, Morn definitely deserves a shout out for being like our sheets. What do we call him? Like her? Sorry, I thought Morn was a guy for the
Advisor.
longest time.
Really?
That's so cute.
Me
In
too.
here, it's the profile picture of the male anime character. Very misleading.
Right.
Sailing rope Morn is too powerful. True.
I think
Tilly
she's like
wants
a
to know. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think she's her spreadsheet advisor is what
There
we
we
call
go.
her.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Tilly wants to know which event sheet has been the most frustrating one to work on, and which event sheet has been the most rewarding one.
I think the ones that are the most frustrating are the ones that the most rewarding, because once you figure it out, you feel really proud of yourself. I'm trying to think of which one, though.
Which one
The
stands out
hard
right
one.
away?
Well, Parrot Princess, since we just had it.
Yeah, that was definitely one of
We
the
could
most
probably go
challenging
down the
ones in
versus
recent
thing.
memory. I think when we first started doing the tiered events, that was also pretty
Yeah.
hard, but really cool when it all came together.
And I think also the Starfall one, but I didn't really work on that, so I can't say for myself.
Oh. So Mar wants to know if there are any neat shortcuts you've discovered that you want to share with us.
Anyone want to explain array formula?
Well,
Really more
yeah.
Well, a lot of it's just, like for the sheet we just did, it took like 5 minutes. The during dessert one, because we'd already done that format so much. And once you've got a sheet for that, you've got a template.
Derek, I think you should talk about
So-
it.
Right.
Oh, wait.
And also, if anybody wants to make stuff and, we're already doing something that they want to make, just go on there and reference it. We've already figured out what it is. Can you still not hear me?
Oh, no.
I can hear
I
you.
can hear you. You're a little muffled.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I can hear you too. Welcome.
No. Okay, I'm done now. You can talk now, Flori.
It'll be a mystery for now. You can go back and listen to it and be like, that's what they're saying. So Z has a question for us. Give me 1 second so I can unmute him. Oh, maybe not. Oh no. Z, why does your name start with a Z? You're all the way at the bottom. It makes this so hard. Can't move you over. Let's see. There we go. Kick him out for a second. Normally this is a little bit better. There's just a lot of people in here today. All right, Z, if you're ready for us.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. There's a lot more people than I expected to be here, so I've had to change my questions somewhat.
Oh,
So I've noticed you guys all tend to be grouped up in the same guild because you have like 3 people from Honeydukes, and you got to think two people from GD who have connections with Smokeform, which is where Sin is in. So I'm just gonna ask, do you guys do any special favors in terms of spreadsheets for your own guild?
I think
No.
yeah. I think we just ended up like at least in Honeydukes, we started cheating first, and then when we had a spot open up, like I went into Honeydukes through Flory, and I think that's the same thing that happened with Burb.
No, Burb was actually in
No, I'm the
Fantastic
only
Space
one
way
that
before I was.
Oh no, that's
from-
right. That's right. You're right. Never mind. Ignore me.
Oh wait,
Oh, no,
now
you-
that I think of it, I have made 2 sheets for Smoke Dawn, but like it was for my own enjoyment and not necessarily for the enjoyment of others.
When I was the vice president.
So they.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah.
Sorry, go on.
When I was the
No,
vice
you go on.
president, I made like
This is so hard with so many
a
guys.
special
Sorry.
like guild tracker spreadsheet, like the ones that a lot of people have nowadays, to make sure like people are doing enough activity and stuff. Sometimes we do have some special sheets that we share only with the guild, but most times, like 95% of them, we just share with the public because the more people that can use them, the better.
All right. I was expecting some more like super secret spreadsheets, but maybe you do. You just don't want to tell
No,
us.
I honestly can't even remember the sheets that we only share with. Yeah, no, like I can't even remember which ones we have.
But you like to do them for
Yeah.
everyone then.
Exactly.
There are sheets that are only on the sheet server, which anybody can join, but aren't necessarily like advertised because they were either made for one thing or we're doing some sort of like, statistic stuff. So there's a lot on the sheet server that you might not, see otherwise, but it's not like guild wise.
Yeah, thank you, Z. That was a good question.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Sailing wants to know, what is your favorite formula?
Good formula. My favorite
Array formula.
My favorite is query because you can use SQL to do a lot of cool things to manipulate the data.
Yeah, anyone else?
I mean, we only have one emoji that's specially made for a specific formula, so I'm gonna go ahead and say array formula for sure.
The next question, how did it feel when you ascended into godhood?
Oh, Maddie. I love you, Maddie. Great. It felt great.
I like
was
to just say
fine.
yes to those questions.
I
was
feel
a
like
little
if we
underwhelming.
had Parrot Princess, wouldn't have broken so badly.
We're working on the godhood part.
Aw. The next question is, how about how long the spreadsheets take to make, like each one? Are some more time consuming than others?
Oh.
Hi, Ray. Some sheets don't take very long. I think Burr mentioned it before, where we already have the event format set up, and so we'll just duplicate it and then change
Mm-hmm.
the item name. And then others are definitely more time consuming.
Usually when I work on sheets, I take 3 hours to make them, even though I don't do much. I don't know why it takes that long, but I'd say around 3 hours.
The flan sheet. What is the flan sheet?
That's
Um,
Dream Dessert.
Oh, got it.
I think the longest part of sheets right now is the aesthetics because we all argue over which colors look best.
Aw.
Or,
Everyone calls my
the
colors
double border.
tacky.
But yeah, for like the ones they already have a format for, it's mostly just changing the aesthetics.
And it also like really helps if we already have the return costs and whatnot. Like if we have all that information compiled by, I don't know, like the Chinese server people or whatnot. I don't know.
Makes sense. Here's the good question. Charlotte asked, if all the spreadsheeters were in a fight, who would win?
I think we discussed this before.
Liz would
and
win
Yumi
because
said
we'd all
she
be
fights
hiding.
dirty, so
Tilly asked, how many usually work on one sheet?
most of the time. the main stuff is built by like 1 or 2 people, but up to like 4 or 5 work on the aesthetics and bug testing.
And you guys are in voice chat the whole time, or most of the
We
time?
never heard each other's voices
Oh
until
no,
like
I'm just caps locking in the
yesterday.
insiders chat.
Yesterday was
Sorry, what was-
basically the first time we actually heard each other's voices, but otherwise we just like ping each other in the channel.
Plus, like I've been like on hiatus and everything, so I think like at any given time, people can take time off for a particular event or whatnot.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think also we're in a bunch of different time zones. Like one reason we really like having Sin is she's in Australia. So sometimes like an event comes out right when I'm going to work. So then we're like, Sin, good luck. Do all the work for us.
Oh, and it works out with timing. That actually comes into the next question. Do your day jobs have anything to do with the spreadsheet wizardry?
No.
I'll go. I'll go first. I'm a data scientist, so kind of. I like don't build any spreadsheets in my work, but a lot of like the math I've studied and the programming helps a lot.
My answer is very similar to Florie's. Like, I don't actually work with spreadsheets, but I study astrophysics, and like a lot of the math and like statistics and stuff is used.
Nice, yeah. Anyone else?
I'm currently a student and I'm studying in the healthcare industry, so it has nothing to do with spreadsheets. But like I still use it for studying. Like I made a GPA calculator for my classmates and made it really pretty and stuff, and so sort of like won them over with the spreadsheet.
Right. So how much collaboration goes into the sheets then? I know you've touched on it a little bit, but does anyone have a certain or usual job or section to work on when like it comes to aesthetics and everything else?
Not really. Like there's some things like if we're having issues with the right formula, we'll ask Moen to jump in and help us. If there's something with 5 million options, they'll have me do it. If we need to do a script, then Florie's pretty much got to do that. Yumi can kind of do them now, I think. Right, Yumi?
Mhm. Yes.
And otherwise it's, kind of whoever's there and whoever's working on it, whoever has an opinion on something.
I mean, we have bug testers, but I don't know if that's if that counts. Like,
I would say so, yeah.
I guess like for event information, usually me, Estelle, will usually have that up too for like the speculation part.
Yeah, because Estelle can read Korean, so she can give us information from the Korean server. And Estelle, like,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Esteric's like super familiar with all the Chinese server stuff that's going on. So basically, and I think she has the Chinese Nikki installed, so we force her to give us the return costs and everything.
Aw. So I'm gonna read this. And I'm not gonna say anything more because I don't know what's going on here. Mar wants to know, can you calculate how many watermelons John can buy if he sells his soul for cupcakes and the curtains in his house are green?
yes.
What is
We could
this?
make a sheet.
He can buy as many watermelons as he wants.
Oh,
It depends on what colors his floor is.
I don't even know, but I love it. Is a Lady Pyrene wants to know if the work is rewarding. You guys are like the silent heroes.
We're all trying not to talk over each
Okay,
other.
I guess, yeah, I think it's really rewarding. I really love how everyone gets together and gets really excited about our crowdsourcing sheets. It's kind of crazy how much the people in the community just like love what we do. It's like a nerd's dream. And we've even had people who were upset at us before that like they couldn't add data to our sheets because they didn't collect the right data.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that. Before we go to the next question, though, I'm sorry, guys. You have like 1 minute to put in your questions because we do have to cut you off at the half-hour mark. The next question is, what are some future sheets that you're dreading making?
Oh God, what's the one with all the stones?
Oh yeah,
That's,
there's
you
that
know this
one
right?
Chinese event with like 4 different stone currencies that drop from different levels.
It's got the
Oh,
snow
no.
leopard.
No, I'm excited.
Everyone's like,
crazy
no,
person.
yeah.
Me too. I like the complicated ones. They're fun.
Yeah, I think even though like we're kind of dreading them, we're also like, can we figure this out? Can we figure out this event and actually make it into a because that was sort of the way Pirate Princess was, and it turned out to be successful, I guess.
Ray wants to know if you have any idea how in debt they are to you and how lost we would be without you and your sheets.
Aw, so sweet.
Thanks, Ray.
But that's not answering the question.
No.
No, I'm
yes.
kidding.
I mean,
Mar, go ahead.
I was gonna say I feel like I started making the sheets because she needed the information. So it's, you know, it's one of those weird kind of self-serving things almost, because it's not like we aren't using them. We're absolutely using them.
So following that, what do you believe is appropriate compensation for all the work you do?
Some people have suggested us starting a Patreon before, but we've kind of talked about it, and we don't really feel it's right for us to do that because we're just doing this because we love it and we want to help the community. And we also would feel really bad if we released stuff with bugs and people were paying us. So
No, that's a good answer.
And I feel like making a Patreon would just cause more issues, like how would you divide up the money and things like that, and it's just unnecessary conflict.
No,
Yeah,
yeah. And like you said, if you just enjoy it, then
We should just
I
get
think
paid
a
to
lot of us
reports.
do. Well, sorry, I keep talking over people. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
it's hard with this many people. It really is. After Yuzuki Sane and Kakepus, I don't know how to say your name. After you guys put your questions in, we have to close them. Just so you guys know. But on to the next question. We're at the half-minute mark. Does anyone need a break or need to go get water or anything?
I'm good.
No, I think
We're
we're
good.
good.
Nope.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Lady Pyrian had another one. They asked, what are some suits you're looking forward to coming to our server? So fun question.
I really like the flower suit
Um,
from WFSM. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, flower is really, really pretty. For me personally, I'm waiting for Four Gods. I've been waiting for this stupid event for like over a year at this point, and yeah, I just really want it.
I know it's not related to the
And I
events,
saved all my
but
diamonds for
the
it.
flower
I'm really
field,
excited.
just as a completionist, it drives me crazy that it's there and I can't get it. So definitely flower field.
Does working on the sheets ever get stressful?
Never. Never, ever, ever. It's always perfect and beautiful.
Nothing ever goes wrong, and we never have any bugs.
What's your favorite Derpdol emoji variation? Hi, Bella.
My
Why would we
favorite?
play favorites? They're
No,
all
the best one
lovely.
is the pickle derp.
I love how we all come
mean-
alive at that question.
I'm very biased, but I think Dirt Momo is the
It's
best.
not a Squirtle.
Just a little biased.
Yeah, Derpdol is pretty good for sure.
That's the specific question we're getting next from Kari. Is it this It looks like he's got pickle
Yeah,
skin.
why
Is
is he
this what he?
Yes, it's pickle derp. It's the best
Okay,
one.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
I think
The
best is
anarchy
subjective
illness.
here.
What in the world? What if we had a seducing sapphire makeup example in whispering? Oh my gosh, he was ready for it. What is that? That
No.
is. You guys
You
all
guys seen the
switched
Instagram account with
pushed it
that,
up.
right?
Abomination.
It's not
is
even in the
that.
recording.
If you
That was
cover up
horrible.
the left side, then it's fine.
Let's pretend we
What?
never saw that.
Delete.
If everyone was stranded on a desert island, who would survive and who would die first?
Definitely die.
None of us would die because I would use the stars to navigate us home.
Aww.
It's
that's
because
so
you're
sweet.
Don't kill me,
Oh my
Astro.
God, getting consumed for or during this session, Yumi. You do not have to answer.
Wait, why did Yumi leave?
Oh, I didn't
Oh
see
my
you.
god.
No, they're here.
Sorry.
She was refilling her drink.
Shh.
Froyo wants to know. I'm sorry. Flory, when are you going to go work out with me?
Okay, so Froyo planned this exercise class and she wanted me to go with her, except for it's in the middle of my a cappella thing that I have on Wednesdays. So this is not my fault that I couldn't go work out with her.
Aww. So with that, what are all of your New Year's resolutions?
Oh.
I don't have one.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
Yeah, me neither.
Did those? What?
Oh, am I the only one? I definitely want to figure out how to get better sleep. So just sleep hygiene. I feel like people can
Oh,
identify.
that's a good one.
I
I
think
can pick
Astro
that one
should
up.
pick that up.
Yeah, maybe.
So what are your favorite and least favorite event formats to make spreadsheets for? And also thank you for making events easy for us. Love you guys.
I think
Love you too.
I think my least favorite would be the pavilion events, because even if you collect the drop rates, you can't really do anything to affect what you're gonna get when you pull.
Right.
Yeah,
So the ones you have absolute control over are the easiest.
right. I mean, so often you there's an incredible amount of time spent like just going through the collected data just to make sure that it's not obviously incorrect, and I don't know, I feel like it takes so much more maintenance.
Favorite event format would definitely have to be the ones with return costs, because a lot of us like to min-max a lot of our diamonds and make sure we keep our diamond hoards. So those are my personal favorite ones.
So Tiny asked, how do you guys feel about the stuff that they're doing to squeeze extra money out of the server lately?
I guess Derek should answer this one.
Yeah.
Why
is
is that?
this, like, in terms of triple dipping?
I think so, yes.
Oh, well, I can't really speak on behalf of everyone on the spreadsheets team because we all have like varying opinions. But I personally really did not like triple dipping, and so along with a lot of people who helped out, I know Fluffy's made a graphic for Instagram, and a couple of us definitely shared it on Instagram, and I heard it got onto Facebook, so that was really exciting. And I guess it somewhat worked because the devs put out that announcement and brought back Star Priest and Casablanca, so that was really exciting. And I guess it
was a good way to answer.
I guess it goes to show that something does feel like it's changing, and that hopefully we'll be able to communicate with the developers more often about these issues in the future.
Right. Maybe they're just not fully aware of what their small decisions are being made or how are they affecting the server. Less heavy question. Does anyone have any pets?
I've got a bird.
Is it a firebird?
No, it's a parrot. I'm amazed he hasn't made a fire alarm sound at you guys yet. He's being very good right now.
No way.
I have fish. That's about it.
Anyone else?
I have a cat. She is sitting on my lap right now.
She's like, hush now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Daisy.
I'll send a pic of Daisy.
Astro's alt
Oh,
is called
that's
Daisy,
good.
so we like to pretend that that Daisy the cat plays Love Nikki too.
Yeah, I set up the Facebook for that alt is just a picture of Daisy, and the Facebook's name is Daisy.
Oh.
Lauren also
I
isn't
run
here,
into
but she has 2 dogs, and I want to mention it because her dogs' name are Bella and Breezy, which happens to be 2 fantastic sweet mods.
Yeah, that's funny. What are the odds?
Yes, really defensive.
I don't know, but her next one should be called Cookie.
She's like, excuse me, I had these dogs before I even went on L&D.
Erica wants to know what your favorite font is. I think it's a little apparent in the sheets, though. But
Yeah, I'm pretty certain if anybody doesn't like Nunito, they come out of it just as Stockholm Syndrome for Nunito.
But yeah, we use it for like every single sheet as the base font.
mm-hmm.
It's literally the first thing I do when I make a sheet now is change the font to Nunito.
Well, I turn off grid lines first, and then I change it to Nunito.
Yumi was the first
Yeah.
one that found it.
Yeah, I think I converted Florielle, and then Florielle went on like a rampage being like, listen guys, Ariel is the worst thing ever. Let's just all convert to Nunito.
Florielle went on a rampage about Ariel. Like,
Probably not. Honestly, that sounds more like me, but I think it's important to say how
Okay.
horrible Ariel is and how much it makes my eyes bleed.
There's so many comments now. Ariel is you. Kari asked if Astro really studies astrophysics or does she really study astrology?
The answer
But
to that is that Astro is an astrologer, and nobody can convince me otherwise.
The answer to this is if you want to remain my friend, the answer is no.
Oh,
Am I not your friend?
Not anymore.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh.
that's
Oh
funny.
no.
Yes, but in yellow.
I remember like a couple months back, I accidentally said that Astro studied astrology. I think this was like before we were like close as friends. And then after that, I made a note on her like studies astrophysics.
Oh, I forgot you could do that actually. Yeah.
Because I got fake mad in the chat. I probably scared Eric a little bit.
Just a little. Let's see. Oh my gosh, there's too much typing. How could you? Anyway, just a few more minutes left. Tiny wants to know what everyone's zodiac sign is.
I think Astro should tell us.
I'm Libra.
Sure, yeah. My zodiac sign is an Aquarius, and like that means that I like am an air type, but I also like water. Was that great? Did I do
No,
it?
Anyone else?
I'm a Pisces. I don't know what this means.
I think I'm a Virgo.
Me too.
Aries.
I'm Gemini.
And I'm barely Aries.
Anyone else? So, Mikasa wants to know, what is your group name? Fire-breathing rubber duckies, spreadsheet gods. What should we call you?
I think we go by the ECB crew or the spreadsheets crew, but I think we should seriously consider fire-breathing rubber duckies, guys.
It's pretty, yeah.
I prefer water squirting Squirtles.
Estelle wrote Squirtle Squad.
Oh my god, these are great.
Squirtle Squad is cute.
Yeah, I think that's spot on. Squirtle Squad. We have so many Squirtle emojis.
Can we make this
I'm
canon?
going
Can
for the
we
Squirtle
become the
emoji.
Squirtle Squad instead of spreadsheet crew?
Guys, I just figured it out. Spreadsheet is like SS is equal to Squirtle Squad. It's perfect.
Ooh,
Oh, you're
you
right.
can't not now.
It was meant to be.
It's
I can't believe you
happening.
guys are doing this
It's
now.
happening.
It's perfect. You heard it here. Yuzuki Sane wants to know if you love them.
Hi, Yuzu.
And Scylla said, no question, only love here, and put some emojis.
Hi, Scylla.
You too,
Small
Scylla.
Fox, are you still here? Sweet. They said earlier in the whispering how it was like actual radio for them because they were driving home, and that was super cool to me. I loved that. They asked, do you have a favorite sheet that you've made?
We're thinking very
Complete
hard.
silence.
I mean, I have a favorite, but it's not public.
Oh.
So
No,
I made a budgeting spreadsheet for myself that I'm really proud of.
I really liked how in the
I
sorry, go
mean,
ahead.
Go ahead, Flor.
Yeah, Flori.
Okay. I liked in the Halloween event, we randomly made a ghost pop up when you're using the sheet.
No way.
Yeah, that was cute.
Oh.
Yeah, that was.
I'm gonna have to pay more attention. I feel bad now. I'm lazy when it comes to events though, so like I'll refer everyone to you and my guild and everything, but I'm pretty lazy. Minto Chu asked, what do you see in the future of Love Nikki spreadsheets, or now named the Squirtle Squad? Do you intend to move to a web page or other platforms to make it more accessible? Has that even crossed your mind? Like, that's really clever.
I feel like we sort of take it one event at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like stuff kind of adjacent to that has come up when we were talking about making a Patreon and whatnot. And I think the general consensus is that we love Nikki, but we're also kind of lazy. So I mean, like asking us to put in a ton more work for like more platforms and whatnot to spread awareness is, I don't know. I figure people will use it or they won't. I don't know.
Well, then you might burn out and you won't love it
Right.
anymore too. So that's a possibility. Yeah.
I do have to say though, like when I first made my sheets and stuff, I never would have imagined that we would have moved to a Discord server all dedicated to the event spreadsheets, or that I would like have an awesome group of friends to make the sheets with. So that's sort of something that like I guess we don't know what the future of Love Nikki spreadsheets holds for us, but I guess I'm pretty excited to find out.
I guess if someone offers to spread it to different platforms for us, then like I wouldn't say no, but otherwise I think we're too lazy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Like for Facebook, we're like all scared of Facebook, and so we're just like, let's not go post to Facebook within like a 10 feet radius. But if anyone wants to like spread our sheets to Facebook, that'd be nice, I guess.
Aw. Yuzuki Sane had another one. They asked, have you ever had trouble with people demanding the sheet updates and you haven't finished it yet? Maybe like on the day of the event release.
I think people have actually been really patient with us. It's been really great. I feel personally really guilty when we have bugs and stuff, and I thought more people would like be like, "Oh, your sheets suck because you told me the wrong number." But most people are really supportive and nice. I don't think we've really run into issues.
Yeah, I think that the problem I
And then
come across more often is that I realize that an event is up and I go to try and help, and I realize that everything has been done. There's nothing for me to do. Like,
oh,
yeah, my fellow shooters are amazing.
is that what you call each other, cheaters?
In my head.
Aw.
Minto 2 asked, how do you reward yourselves for all the work you've done?
I mean, the most rewarding thing is using the sheet for
You make
myself
sheets?
after it's built. It's really funny because sometimes I take so
Mhm.
long building it and then I don't use it until days later. I'm like, wow, this is such a great sheet.
I guess
Murderer
like
asked,
hearing people just say that they're really thankful for us is also really nice. Like or just people just popping into the Sheet server and saying like, "Hi, I really like what you guys are doing," and that
oh,
honestly makes my
yeah.
day. It's really sweet.
For sure.
So that's a
I
good
don't think
rewarding
peop-
thing for you.
I don't think people realize how much we like making sheets too. Like there's some days, like the Halloween one, we made that like 2 weeks early because we were bored and wanted to make a sheet. Like,
Minerva asked if you
Oh.
guys consult each other before finishing an event or picking stuff. Maybe to like cover who
I think I
who gets what,
definitely
cover
do.
everything.
Like I'm always like messaging people like, "Oh, should I get this?" And even though I have a lot of diamonds, I'm always like super uh, frugal with them. So I'll always ping Astro or
Mhm.
something and ask her whether we should get this. And sometimes sometimes they do like for 4 stories, like everyone on the Sheet server sort of figured out what we were gonna get from it, and we would pull together.
So you guys do. And then, oh, here we go. Do you think the Starry Corridor events are technically ranking events? Idle asked.
No.
I'm not really sure. For Star Quarter events, do you mean like the top 5 people get like diamonds or something kind of thing?
I think that's what he's talking about. Yeah, because that's the only one I can think of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I
I was
mean,
like.
but you can't pour money into rank, right? So it's like inherently different because there's I don't know.
Yeah. Also,
It's
ranking
different,
events
yeah.
are just like so bad in comparison because I remember LMB was just a giant salt mine, and that ranking channel was just it's a real trip if you scroll through the conversations there. Just because everyone was just really stressed and fighting a lot, and I feel like these Star Quarter events are just it's like you can't compare them to what ranking did to the community as a whole, and so that's sort of how I feel about it.
Yeah, that was a good answer.
I feel like Starry Corridor events are kind of like competition because if you rank high, you get rewards, but
Mhm.
yeah, no one really cares. Well, no one really gets angry over
No, I get
not
what you
being
mean.
in competition top 20.
So now that you guys have done this, what do you think about the radio?
I think it's really fun. Though it was really hard not interrupting everyone when we had like 10 people in here.
For
I
sure.
know, I'm so sorry. At least I warned you. I didn't just like, I don't know, not tell you.
Yeah, it was funny when nobody would speak so that we wouldn't speak over each other and it was just
Right.
silent.
Yeah, I feel like there have been a lot more pauses during our show than the ones that I've heard in the past, just because we're trying so hard not to step over each other.
No, it's good though. And you guys had such great answers for everything too. Don't feel bad. And then you prepared the tour for us. That is so cool. So if you had to recommend anyone for the show now, who's the first person to come in mind, or person or group, guild, whatever.
Just make Cookie do a review of Sapphire emotes.
I don't know. You guys already had so many cool people.
He is too biased. Sapphire.
Yeah,
Aw.
she just destroy everything.
I personally would really like to see maybe like a VO panel. I know there's a lot of amazing VO players out there. I don't even want to name them just because I'm afraid I'll forget some.
Yeah, I would.
Or maybe
So,
lore,
oh, go ahead.
lore goddesses. Sorry, someone was talking.
I know this is so difficult. You guys did so well. Wow. Mar wants to know, is there anything you'd want to tell someone who wants to get into spreadsheeting?
Just start. Like, I think all of us just kind of, we had something we wanted to make, so we started making it, and then we've got a whole part of the forum over on the spreadsheet Discord that's just for asking questions. And there's no stupid questions. Some people are trying to get sums to work. Some people are trying to get this complicated array formula and mult thing to work. Some people are doing scripts. Like, just, look for something that you sort of want to do and start coding.
Definitely. I mean, I think the second part to that for me when I started spreadsheeting was taking a sheet that was somewhat similar to what I was doing and just Frankensteining it and just opening it up and looking at solutions that they came up with. And yeah.
And don't be afraid to break things. Like, you have to sort of break them to figure out what it did. And I think that's a really good way to learn. And also, I think we'd be okay with people asking questions in our spreadsheet discussion channel if anyone needs any help.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Before.
We have an open Discord that anyone is welcome to join. And if you there's lots of people working on lots of different spreadsheets there, and joining that would be a great idea if you wanted to get into spreadsheets.
Yeah, so I posted the link there, and it'll be there forevermore. Anybody that comes on the show, we leave their link forever. So yeah, any closing remarks, any last things you can think of that you want to leave the community with?
I guess just thank you for all the support that everyone's always giving us.
That's good, yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming. Do you know how many people are listening in right now?
No idea.
We're
A
at
number.
53.
What?
Oh,
Did you
goodness.
know we're at 53 people?
Any record?
No, but it's the most we've had since the holidays. It got really quiet for a minute there. But it's awesome. Thank you guys for listening in. Yeah, I guess are you guys really officially now the Squirtle Squad?
Oh God, please let's make this canon.
I think it is canon now.
Too late. Well, thank you guys for coming. Has anyone told you about the after party yet?
Vaguely?
Vaguely. Has anyone been to
I
one yet?
have.
I have.
So, do you want to describe it to everyone for us?
No. Sorry.
It's really the same thing as this, except everyone can talk, so it's a little messy. Just be respectful of each other and don't talk over each other. Which of you guys are you going to stay for a little bit for the after party?
You can stay a little.
For a little
I'll
bit?
stay for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've opened everything up. So, yeah, I need to turn off Craig and everything, but that concludes today with the now new Squirtle Squad. Thank you for listening in.